It is a beautiful Thursday night here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which means a perfect night for some women's hoops. From Crisler Arena, my name is Matthew Levy alongside Vinayak Swaroop, and we are ready for some Michigan hoops. The 15-2 Michigan Wolverines host the 4-12 Wisconsin Badgers in Vinayak. These are two teams coming off some impressive victories, with Michigan beating previously 8th-ranked Maryland on the road, and Wisconsin getting their first top Big Ten victory last Sunday versus Rutgers.
Yep, both teams trying to continue the momentum. And for Michigan, how about having tying the program record at 15-2 start? You know they're looking to break that record tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Michigan off their biggest win of the season, beating a top 10 Maryland team on the road. What a game that was on ESPN. And now we're set for tip-off. Michigan and Wisconsin. Here we go. Katie Nelson will bring the ball up for the Badgers as they will get the first possession of the ballgame. She'll kick it out. Here's Hilliard. She's been good. Here's Popshilova for three, and that's the start Wisconsin wanted. That's a three-pointer to go up 3-0.
She's Wisconsin's leading scorer, and they're going to look to stop. Michigan has to stop her if they want to win the game.
And there's Hillman inside. That's going to be a charging foul. So Naz Hillman, one touch and one turnover on the offensive foul. So the ball will go right back to Wisconsin as she try to post up inside. So here comes Katie Nelson. She'll bring up the ball, a 5'8" guard from Falmouth, Massachusetts. So swinging across, Hilliard had her biggest night against Rutgers in that 49-45 victory on the road for their first Big Ten victory. Nelson up top of the key, swings it around. Hilliard looking to attack on the pick and roll. Hilliard kicks it out. Popshilova for another three, no. And a rebound controlled by the Wolverines. That's Emily Kaiser. Here comes Hillman. Kicks it over to Nolan. Nolan gives it. She had a big 21 points against Maryland last Sunday, and that's a three-pointer for Daniel Rauch to get Michigan on the board.
And the ball movement there, perfect. You have Naz Hillman in the post, getting doubled, kick it out, open three, bang.
Good start for the Wolverines and Badgers from three-point range. Badgers 1 for 2, Michigan 1 for 1. The look inside, that was deflected. Now gets it back inside to Schramek. Trying to feed her is Popshilova. Popshilova goes around the tough shot. No. Gets her offensive rebound. Kicks it out. There's a look from three. No. And a rebound trying to control it. Now goes out of bounds. It will go to the Wolverines. So Michigan with 8:18 in the first quarter, tied at 3. So Roush will take the point guard duty. She pushes it up quickly and looks for Naz Hillman. Hillman in the post. Hillman. Tough shot. No. Rebound tipped off a Wisconsin Badger. That was Hallie Douglas, and that will stay with the Wolverines.
And it's already clear from the beginning of this game, Naz Hillman is going to get what she wants in the post. She's going to spend the majority of her points and majority of the time in the post.
And the reason why Michigan's been so good in the past 4 meetings is that they're shooting 52% from three. That's been so big with Hillman in that post. It's the inside-out game that Michigan's been looking for all year and that they've been excelling at, especially over the past 4 games and especially at Maryland last Sunday.
Exactly.
Here's the look inside. Kaiser for 2. No. Tipped up. Kaiser gets her own board, and she's fouled.
And if I'm Michigan in this game, I'm looking to Maddie Nolan to continue her hot streak. I mean, 47.6% from three, that's unheard of, ridiculous. An absolute sniper for Michigan, and hopefully we'll get to see her make some good looks tonight as well.
The 5'11 junior from Zionsville, Indiana. She's been great for this team for the past 3 years as a junior, and that first free throw from Kaiser does not go. Kaiser's second is good. So Michigan takes a 4-3 lead, just over 2 minutes gone by here in this first quarter. Nelson will bring it up for Wisconsin. She's trying to feed the post. That's Douglas in the post. Instead, she kicks it to Popshilova on that left key. Popshilova, no. And a rebound to Maddie Nolan. Nolan will look to push. Gets it to Leah Brown. Brown looking to drive. Oh, good deflection by Hallie Douglas. And Douglas gets the jump ball. So good defense from Wisconsin. Brown's got to be a little bit smarter with the basketball right there.
Yep, you can't dribble into a crowd like that. And though it worked out for Michigan, jump ball is in their favor. Yeah, they won't be able to do that again.
So Michigan will inbound from the baseline. Kicking it out up top. Kaiser swings it. Brown. Good pass. Hillman inside. Kicks it out. That's a wide open three for Roush. No. And that one will land out of bounds and go to the Badgers.
But the same thing we've been talking about, Nas Hillman in the post, and then you have shooters on the outside. That's an open look for Michigan, and they're going to convert those if they keep getting wide open opportunities.
And that is the key for Michigan, quality of shot. If they can get some good quality of shots, that will be key in this game. As that's going to be a travel against Wisconsin. Nelson just a little too quick trying to go baseline. Just a little too quick with the basketball. She traveled.
Wisconsin's been kind of struggling to get momentum in this game after that first basket. Seems like they gotta get under control.
So here comes Michigan. Brown will control. Brown running the pick and roll, trying to feed Hillman. Hillman doubled, and good defense from Wisconsin. That was Hilliard on the block.
Fundamental defense, hands up, don't foul, just go straight up, and you're going to get a really good contest there.
Both teams 1 for 5 to start. Michigan 50% from the three-point line, Wisconsin 33. Good pass, a little no-look from Brown, trying to get the ball moving. Kaiser on the post, good defense. Again, it's Hilliard trying to push. Hilliard. Oh, she's got a wide open Hallie Douglas for 2.
Great find by Hilliard, finding the wide open man, getting the layup on some good defense too.
Michigan pushes, and a good play from Leah Brown trying to get back the basket. She'll go to the line for 2. That was in a hurry, and that's what Michigan likes to do. Get out in transition when the defense is just not set.
Exactly. The last couple plays have they been in running their sets, but they kind of want to get out in transition, get the game a little bit more free-flowing.
2 shots here. And the first one goes. So now Michigan ties it at 5. 2 turnovers so far for the Wolverines, something they, of course, want to eliminate, but they do lead the rebounding advantage 6-2, again, just early. Michigan has a 6-5 lead. Here's Douglas. Here's Hilliard, top of the key, looking to drive. Hilliard kicks it back out. Here's Nelson. 15 on the shot clock, swings it around. Nelson back top of the key, Roush defending. Good defense from the Wolverines. Wisconsin's got to move it just a little bit more. Popsilova trying to feed it inside, trying to kick it out. There's a tough three-pointer. Sharmack doesn't get it to go, but an offensive rebound. Good pass. Hilliard the pump and gets it to go.
You could say Wisconsin got kind of bailed on that possession because they were not getting much movement on their last one, but the offensive rebound saved them. Wide open layup.
Hilliard does a good job of pumping and getting to the rim. Here's Kaiser trying to get it to Brown. Miscommunication. That ball will go out of bounds, and another turnover for the Wolverines. That's their 3rd.
And if you're Michigan, you can't underestimate Wisconsin. Their record may not be the best. They're 4-12, but any team in the Big Ten is going to always be some fierce competition. And
again, I see this after most big games in other sports. In every sport you see this. When a team comes off a major victory like Michigan had on Sunday, they come out a little sluggish in the first quarter, first half of the next game. And that's what we're seeing so far. And that's a 3 from the corner, no. And a rebound taken by Maddie Nolan. Nolan slows it down. She had a big 21 against Maryland. Leah Brown shops in to that 3 and shimmies it home. And Michigan leads 9-7.
Big shot by Leah Brown, who's Michigan's second best three-point shooter at around 37%. They're going to need her to score big time in this game.
Here's Nelson, looks inside. Kicks it back out. There's a 3 from Nelson. It goes the corner 3 from Wisconsin. That was Katie Nelson. So good start for her. Doesn't really contribute much in the scoring department. And here's Michigan looking inside. Hillman and the foul. It's Nas Hillman.
And you can tell Hillman was just begging for the ball in the post. She really wanted to go and score. And it's got to be good for her to get in the scoring column, as she's the leading scorer.
Timeout on the floor. So Michigan, after a little bit of a rough start, has a 1-point lead, 4:41 to go in this first quarter. And Vinayak, I think it's a very interesting start because you have a team that's sluggish in Michigan. You think Wisconsin, off their first Big Ten victory, they're feeling some more confidence. You can see they're starting to shoot a little bit more and shooting pretty well. They're shooting 40% from the field. Katie Nelson has a 3. Popsalova has a 3. So they're firing it at will.
Yep. I mean, from Michigan's perspective, like we mentioned, they can't underestimate Wisconsin. Like you said, big victory against Maryland. I think Michigan this year has shown plenty of resilience. I mean, they have wins over all these top-ranked teams, Maryland and Baylor. They've accomplished big things, but in the Big Ten schedule, anyone can be an upset. Michigan, they lost to Nebraska, which was a tough loss, but if they can keep this momentum going, get on a little win streak, it's going to be perfect for in time for the Big Ten tournament.
Well, Michigan, they've tied their best start through 17 games in program history at 15-2. Can you believe that? And you got to be so thrilled if you're 10th-year head coach Kim Barnes. This team really has exceeded expectations, and the win against Maryland last week really cemented how good of a Michigan team this could be and how good they can be in the tournament, Big Ten tournament, and eventually in the NCAA tournament.
And they have their sights high. I mean, they've competed with the best. They've beat good teams. I mean, the championship of the NCAA tournament, even the Big Ten championship, it's all up there for their taking. I mean, they're a top 10 team, which hasn't been accustomed for Michigan women's basketball in general. So Kim Barnes has got to feel great about the program, and hopefully they can execute.
Yeah, ever since that loss, January 4th at Nebraska, they've reeled off 3 straight wins. They beat Rutgers 76-47 in an absolute blowout at home. Then they went on the road January 13th and 16th, beat Penn State 74-57, not ranked, but Maryland, the big win. I continue to talk about it. It was the biggest game of the weekend in women's hoops. It was a Sunday, ESPN, Ryan Rucco on the call, the biggest game really in women's college basketball of the weekend. They came out and they absolutely dominated the Terrapins 69-49. What an impressive performance. And that's why we're talking about coming out sluggish for the Wolverines. How do they handle it? Well, so far, a little sloppy, but you know what? They're shooting 43% from the field, and they're starting to find the three-point range just a bit.
Exactly, yeah. And going back to your Maryland point, I mean, to do that on the road, in a hostile road environment, I mean, that's when you have a team, you have team chemistry building, and you have a team that's poised to do big things.
Yes, they do, and we are just about set to come back to the action. Naz Hillman had the and one right before the break, so she'll get another shot. Michigan leads 11-10. Second one is the first one, and only one, is good. So Michigan leads 12-10, 4:39 to go in this first quarter. So here is Katie Nelson. She'll move it around, going towards that left side, trying to run the pick and roll. Michigan traps, as they love to do, checking in for the Wolverines. That's Elise Stuck. She gets a lot of minutes as well off the bench. Good steal. Here comes Brown. It's Leah Brown on the other end. In transition, Brown the tough finish. No. Rebound, fought for Popsalova. Then Hillman gets it back. The finish inside. She gets it to go. Good finish.
They had to score.
Yeah, and Popsalova had the basketball for a second. Hillman ripped it out and got it for 2, but good hustle from Hilliard on the other end, giving Michigan a little bit of their own medicine with the transition bucket after the made basket.
This game's getting a little bit more fast-paced now. Teams are coming up and down the floor, and as you can see, I mean, it can go in Michigan's favor with Naz Hillman in the post.
Yeah, she had a one-on-one matchup, and she gets that to go for 2 as Michigan leads 16-12. Here's Nelson on the right side, swinging it across. Here's Popsalova on the left side. She looks to drive baseline. Good pass inside. Douglas short on that mid-range jumper. And here comes Hillman the other way. She'll push. Hillman across. Here's Maddie Nolan. Nolan trying to post up. Stuck not there, so swing it back across. Brown and Hillman will run pick and roll. Brown 3. No. Rebound the other way comes Hilliard. Hilliard, little hesitation. Hilliard inside, trying to kick it out. Oh, turned it over. Here comes Hillman. An errant pass from Hilliard. Hillman the other way, and that's going to deflect off a Wisconsin defender. That was Katie Nelson, so the ball will stay with the Wolverines.
You can tell from Wisconsin, I mean, they are really struggling in their half-court offense. They're just passing the ball around the three-point line with really struggling to get any penetration into the paint. They're taking contested shots. Michigan has to feel good about the defense they're playing currently.
So Michigan leads 16-12. We just have under 3 to go in this first quarter. It's been high scoring and fast-paced to start. Here's Kaiser. She'll kick it out. There's the freshman phenom, Leah, who was great in that Maryland game as well. Here's Kaiser, one-on-one with Douglas. Kaiser inside, no. The rebound fought for, and that's going to be, that's going to be a jump ball. So possession arrow will go to Wisconsin. And just as I mentioned, Philia, she had such a good game against Maryland. She had 11 points, and those were a big 11 points. She's averaging 7.5 points per game, best by any freshman on the Michigan Wolverine roster, and she's been a key contributor off the bench.
I mean, it's important. This team is dominated mostly by seniors. Their best players happen to be seniors, Nas Hillman, Leah Brown. So, I mean, to have a freshman come in and do that, I mean, that speaks volumes about the culture they have here.
And she'll defend Hilliard there as Nelson and the Badger team kind of trapped in the corner, gets it back top of the key. Under 10 on the shot clock. Here's the look. Nelson, another three, no. And that's going to be a foul underneath. It's going to go on the Wolverines. That's stuck. So Wisconsin will keep possession. It's an on-the-floor call. So an interesting stat. Wisconsin so far, they're 5 for 13 from the field, 2 for 7 from 3. So they're shooting a lot of threes and just letting it rip, and that's the only chance they really have coming into Michigan because they're not going to outwork them in the paint.
Exactly. I mean, Michigan's defense has been phenomenal, and Wisconsin's not necessarily the best three-point shooting team, so, I mean, it works in Michigan's favor.
And that's going to be an offensive foul. Good play by the Wolverines. Kaiser stood in front of the Badger player as she dribbled right into Kaiser, and Kaiser drew the offensive foul as Roush will check back in for Nolan. Cameron Williams also checks in, the 6'4" sophomore. And Amy Dilk, who now carries the basketball. So Michigan subbing early, still lead 16-12. Here's Dilk, gives it up to Philia. Philia kicks it out. Nolan, and that's going to be 3 seconds on the Wolverines. So before that offensive possession can get started, that's going to be a turnover on the Wolverines. That's our 4th.
Wisconsin going into a zone defense there, and on a zone defense, there's going to be a player who's going to be underneath the basket, and if there's not enough movement, then the player's just going to be there for 3 seconds. So that's an interesting adjustment by the coach for Wisconsin.
Coach Marissa Mosley for the Badgers. Her team has struggled certainly, but looking to build off with some momentum after last Sunday's victory versus Rutgers. The look inside, turned it over again. So Michigan gets a turnover, then a jump ball. So Michigan will keep the ball, but a good job by the Badgers forcing that jump.
You could tell Michigan also wanted to get out on the fast break and score. So for Wisconsin's sake, it's good that they stopped them, even though Michigan retains the ball.
So here, Michigan has possession once again. Scoring has tailed off just a bit. Good feed inside. Hillman turns. She's doubled immediately, kicks it back out. Roush across in the corner is Dilk. Back to Roush, 10 on the shot clock. Good pass. Philia tries to step into it, doubled again. Good defense from Wisconsin. They're really getting out on those shooters and then doubling Hillman inside, so that inside-outside game for Michigan struggling a little bit early.
Yep, exactly. When you're running a zone, you're going to live with a three-point shot. And so far, they're refusing to really take the shot at the moment, unless if it's open.
Wolverines get it in. Hillman with 2 on the shot clock. Philia 3. Yes! Philia with the 3, and Michigan's lead extends to 7. What a big shot.
And how good is she going to be? She's only a freshman. I mean, as she gets more and more reps, I mean, sky's the limit for her.
Here's Hilliard, kicks it across on that right side. Nelson, Douglas, back to Nelson. 12 on the shot clock. Dilk guarding Nelson. Here's the look inside. Hilliard trying to spin. Good double team by the Wolverines. They force the travel.
And this Michigan defense has locked in. I mean, Wisconsin hasn't scored in quite some time, and it all comes back to just being aggressive on the man-to-man defense and not really letting Wisconsin penetrate the paint at all.
Shot clock is turned off with 25 to go. Roush will let the clock tick. 15 seconds. Roush trying to feed Hillman at some point. Now back to the other side. Dilk kicks it out, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be an offensive foul on Dilk. She kind of leaned her shoulder in just a bit.
Wisconsin's going to get one final shot to make the score, to get it within around 5. So there's going to be a pivotal possession. Only 7 seconds left. You got to push the ball up the court.
7 seconds for Wisconsin. Hilliard will look to push Filianer with 4. Hilliard kicks it. Here's the look. Popsilova. Good defense from Dilk. And that'll end the first quarter. Michigan leads 19-12. A little bit of a sluggish start, but they've come back strong thanks to Naz Hillman. Really good post work inside as Michigan leads 19-12. Michigan shooting 46% from the field. Wisconsin 38%. Michigan also 3 for 5 from three-pointer. 4 for 5 from the line. Turnovers, Wisconsin leads that category 7-5, so a high turnover first quarter. Michigan leads rebounding 9-5. And the main contributor for the Wolverines has really been Naz Hillman. She's had 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists.
Naz Hillman doing Naz Hillman things. I mean, this whole season she's been phenomenal, averaging around 19 points, 8 rebounds for Michigan. But really the defense is what kind of allowed them to gain this lead. Wisconsin was fighting. They were up by 1 at the first timeout, and then Michigan really locked in with their zone defense and man-to-man. And yeah, as a coach, I mean, it's always a dream when you have 7 seconds left, and as a defense, you don't even let them get a shot up. I mean, the ultimate scenario for Michigan. And
that's the key, and that's what Coach Barnes preaches. Defense then leads to offense, and that's what they've been doing so far. Wisconsin only 5 for 13, as I just mentioned, 38% from the field, so they've been struggling. They're kind of forcing up shots, as we mentioned earlier in the quarter, as Michigan looks to continue to have a strong hold on this game. Sluggish at first, now they've come back strong. Really, Wisconsin really hasn't made a basket over the past 5 minutes, which is crazy to think about. That's just all about the Michigan defense.
It's all about the defense. I mean, Wisconsin shooting shots they don't normally, and they're shooting a lot of three-point shots, and they're only a 30% three-point shooting team, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not something that they're comfortable with doing, obviously. And Michigan's forcing them into tough shots. And though Wisconsin's got a couple offensive rebounds, it's just been tough overall. They've been wreaking havoc on their offense.
Yeah, they have. And Wisconsin, for them to get going, the main contributors in last game's win over Rutgers was definitely their stud, number 30, Sydney Hilliard.
Sydney Hilliard, I mean, Sydney Hilliard and Julie
it's tough to pronounce. We've been trying to work on this all game long, but it's Popsilova. Julie Popsilova and definitely Sydney Hilliard are the main contributors. I put you a little bit on the spot right there. But those two really got to get Wisconsin's offense going.
Exactly. Both of those players, Wisconsin's key contributors, and I mean this is their moment to shine. They're going to get a lot of shots. I mean, this is how they execute. So hopefully Wisconsin can get more open shots. It's going to be key if they can penetrate the paint. Well,
they get the first possession to start this second quarter. And here is Sydney Hilliard. She'll handle the basketball point guard duties for the Badgers. Popsilova kicks it back out. Here's Nelson. Nelson gets it. Wide open three. Popsilova, top of the key, no. Rebound fought for, but won by Schramek. So good hustle from the Badgers. They've actually cleaned up a little bit on the offensive boards. Popsilova feeds it inside. Stauffacher just checking into the game for the Badgers. Good feed inside. Schramek for 2, and she gets it to go.
Getting into the paint, that's what Wisconsin wants to do.
Brown looks to speed it up for the Wolverines. They get the one-on-one look with Hillman. Hillman's jump, little post move inside, goes, and Michigan leads 21-14. Here's Hilliard. She moves to the left side. Defending her is Brown. Hilliard, the blow-by, kicks it out. Popsilova looking to blow-by now. She does. Good feed inside. No. Good defense from the Wolverines in the interior, but good movement by the Badgers.
Wisconsin looking for a foul there. Slow to get back on defense as well.
So Roush kicks it. Corner 3. No. That was Brown, and that's going to be a jump.
And for Wisconsin, this is what they're going to have to do with Hillman in the post. I mean, you're going to have to bring 1 or 2 or even 3 players to stop her, because if she's just one-on-one, she's going to get what she wants.
And that's what's been happening in the past 3 games. Michigan, once these teams double, triple team Naz Hillman, they're getting open three-pointers and really knocking it down.
Exactly.
Here's Brown. Good feed inside. And Filia will go to the line for 2.
It was a nice cut by Filia off the inbounds play to draw the foul there.
So just under a minute and a half gone by here in this second quarter as the first free throw goes. Second is good. So Filia makes both. She's had a good start. She's had 5 points early in only 4 minutes.
And she looks like someone who could be a major contributor as the season goes on. Maybe move to the starting lineup potentially. She seems like she's just growing and getting better as the season goes on.
Had her best game, one of her best games on Sunday versus Maryland. She's followed it up with a quick 5 points and really looking aggressive and efficient with only 4 minutes played. And that one's going to be another turnover against Wisconsin. So Michigan will get the basketball up 9, 23-14.
And dribbling into the corner there, just all yellow is all she saw. So she had no chance to come turn the corner there.
That suffocating Michigan defense making their mark. They've been really tough to score on. Filia swings it out. Brown, here's Roush. Back to Brown. Filia. Brown. Finds Kaiser. Kaiser kicks it out. Filia pumps. Jumper, mid-range. No. Rebound tipped up. Hillman for 2, and she gets it to go once again. Michigan up double digits.
How ironic is that? Wisconsin was putting all their focus on Hillman, making sure she doesn't get the ball. They play amazing defense, misses the shot, but she gets the rebound, wide open layup.
Hillman efficient so far, 11 points, 5 for 7 from the field. Here's an open look for Stoffatcher, no, and rebound tipped up and won by the Wolverines. It's Kaiser. Good tip from Hillman on the rebound. Filia in transition. Kicks it. Here's Kaiser. She'll launch the 3. No. Rebound. Fought for it. Won by Hillman. And Michigan will reset. Kicks it out. Here's Brown. Trying to lob it up. She finds Hillman. It's like a receiver. And she gets it to go once again. She's been unstoppable early.
Almost too easy for Michigan. I mean, you just feed it to Hillman and you're going to get a bucket. So Wisconsin's definitely going to be discussing how they can stop her in the post.
Looked like a fade route in the end zone here in the NFL playoff season as Michigan leads 27-14. Naz Hillman has half the points.
Exactly. Naz Hillman has been she's been the face of Michigan women's basketball. I mean, she last year had her 50-point game. She won all consensus Big Ten Player of the Year in 2021. I mean, big things up for her in 2022 and maybe potentially in the WNBA.
And I want to talk about the ranking in the AP Associated Press poll. If you don't know what that means, viewers, but Michigan number 8 here in the women's poll. So very impressive, taking Maryland's spot last week after their victory. And if you look at the schedule, their only losses at Nebraska, which is a very tough loss, and then at Louisville early in the year. So Michigan has been largely dominant throughout their season. Really, their only tough game, they also beat number 5 Baylor early in the year on December 19th, and beat number 16 Oregon State by 11. So they've been largely just rolling through opponents. They've had really good wins and really rolling through the Big Ten schedule besides that tough loss at Nebraska.
Exactly. And if you're Michigan, you just got to keep executing and keep playing your game. I mean, it's clear that they're top 8 in the country, and they're going to play a schedule in the Big Ten where the teams may not be ranked. Big Ten's always tough, but I mean, the schedule's in Michigan's favor. I mean, as long as they don't have letdowns or anything like that, I mean, Michigan's going to be probably favored in most of these games. So for them, this is just phenomenal for the program in general.
Yeah, and they got another home game coming up January 24th, always live on WCBN. They'll be playing Purdue there. And then they go at Ohio State and then play at home versus Indiana. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. But they do look to build off this momentum, and they do consider themselves really in the seeding. They're in really good position at number 8.
Yep, they're in phenomenal position. And for Michigan to just be in possession. So, and for Michigan basketball, the focus has always been on the men's team. They're the ones that are going to the Sweet 16, to the championship. And for the women's team to do it this year, to get the attention, is just great for the program, great for the university overall to show, there's a diverse amount of sports which can succeed. And
in the bracketology, of course, a lot of people know that for men's basketball. For women's basketball, they do it as well. Same type of format, 64 teams. Michigan last updated 6 days ago, just before that Maryland game, coming in at number 4 in Ann Arbor in the Greensboro region. So that will probably update. But Michigan looking to move up in seeding. They probably cemented themselves at this point. If you were to do a bracketology today, as a 2 or 3 seed right now.
You got to put them more than 4. I mean, 2 or 3 sounds about right. That Maryland one was huge, and they can keep continuing this. I mean, 1 seed's even in potential there.
That would be awesome. As that is a deflection. Good play by Dilk, and she'll force Wisconsin to inbound. Here's Hilliard looking to get that screen. Hilliard. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Suffocating from the Wolverines. That defense continuing to excel. They've only let up 2 points in the past 3 minutes.
And they can't even let Wisconsin get in the paint. I mean, the whole time they were just passing the ball outside the three-point line. I mean, it's phenomenal defense. Wisconsin has really struggled to score. Because this is going back to the first quarter. This whole game, they've been in a big slump.
Ever since those early threes, Wisconsin shooting 35% from the field. They've really struggled.
And they're not even shooting the ball. It's just turning the ball over.
And now we've got a whistle. I think that's going to be an off-ball foul against the Badgers. That's going to be a push. So Michigan will inbound from the baseline once again. Dilk, top of the key to the right. She'll swing it to Kaiser. Kaiser gets it. Nolan trying to pump fakes the 3. Now feeds it inside. That's going to be a kick ball. That'll go off Stauffacher. So Michigan will inbound. That will be Dilk. So it's Dilk, Nolan, Brown, Kaiser, and Williams for Michigan. Nelson, Popsilova, Hilliard, Stauffacher, Stapleton for Wisconsin. There is a 3 from Dilk off the backboard, and no, the bank was not open.
Almost banked that in.
And here comes Wisconsin the other way. Nelson swings it. Stapleton. Back to Hilliard. Hilliard trying to look inside off that pick and roll as Michigan trapped Hilliard once again. That's been the defensive strategy for Michigan. Take the ball out of Wisconsin's best player. And now here's Stauffacher. Top of the key. Kicks it back out. Nelson. Good feed inside. Popsilova now working in the post. Pumps. Popsilova goes up and under. No. And a rebound to Nolan. Good D.
And you can see how the whole defense, she was in the paint. She was trying to score. The whole defense, almost four yellow jerseys came towards her. I mean, the contest Michigan's having has been contributing to this.
Oh, Williams pulling off her best Naz Hillman impression with the right-handed hook finish. So Cameron Williams, the next in line to really be that big center inside, or that big forward, rather. She's a 6'4" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois. She's been developing, and that was a really good move by her.
Michigan just looking to continue, just looking to keep on attacking the paint throughout the game.
Here's Popsilova on that left side. Swings it across. That's a three-pointer. No. From Stauffacher, and rebound fought for and won by Nolan, and a foul going against the Badgers. It will go on Nelson. That's her second. So right now, no one above 4 points for Wisconsin. Their highest scorer, Hilliard, 4 points.
Yep. And for Wisconsin, I mean, if you're the team, you just want to just get any scoring momentum before the halftime. I mean, they played quite well to start the game, but I mean, it's just been they've been ice cold ever since.
Nolan, a 3. She gets it again. So Michigan now takes an 18-point lead, complete domination after the slow start.
And Maddie Nolan, being Michigan sniper, I mean, 47% for 3. I mean, you cannot beat that. It's almost practically going in every time.
Here's Nelson, kicks it to the corner. Oh, good double by the Wolverines. Hillman there, finally somehow getting it out. Across to Nelson, that's a three-pointer, no. And a rebound to Nolan.
And Michigan's double teams have just been so aggressive. Wisconsin can't even
Here's the
pass
push.
the ball.
Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Good play by Hilliard. Michigan had a transition 3 look, but it will go away. Scrap that because of a Michigan offensive foul. So here's Nelson. She'll take it up once again. Just over 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. Michigan leads 32-14. Here's Nelson, top of the key. Swings it across. Hilliard. Hilliard gets the screen. Good trap once again from the Wolverines. Hilliard looking to drive and gets it to go in. The foul. Good move by Hilliard. She had to navigate through some traffic and gets it to go and one.
And how huge is that for Wisconsin? I mean, and one bucket, going to the paint. I mean, just phenomenal offense by Wisconsin and by Hilliard. How she was able to get into the paint. They didn't even pass it. She was in ISO and she just attacked the Michigan defense.
So at the line for two will be the Wolverines. The first one in only one is good. So Michigan leads by 15, 32-17, as Wisconsin will now press.
I say Wisconsin needs Hilliard to score if they want to stay in the game.
It was a little bit of a zone press. Michigan breaks it easily. Here's Brown, tough mid-range jumper, no. Rebound, Williams trying to find her player. She finds Kaiser. Kaiser spinning in the paint. Kaiser's tough layup, no. Williams, the offensive board, and again it goes. She's been magnificent off the bench, Cameron Williams.
Michigan all over the paint there. Wisconsin didn't even have a chance to get the rebound.
In the corner is Hilliard. She swings it back across to Nelson. Nelson trying to look for Stapleton inside, stolen away. Here comes Nolan. Kicks it to Dilk. Dilk spins, good pass. Williams transition bucket. Michigan rooting Wisconsin up 36-17.
Is it Cameron Williams or Naz Hillman we're watching? I mean, just amazing overall offense by Williams, and they're just full. They're attacking their full wrath on Wisconsin. They're attacking the paint, and I don't know how many points Michigan has in the paint, but almost all their points have been inside. So.
And besides those 4 threes, they've been really dominant inside.
Yep.
And Williams, I just wanted to touch on this. 4 minutes, 3 for 3 from the field, 6 points. Hyper efficient once again. So the two players that are kind of X factors going into bigger games, Filia and Williams, coming off the bench. They've been terrific in their minutes against Wisconsin, and I think that's what you want to look for if you're Kim Barnes. It's who's going to step up besides a Naz Hillman, a Leah Brown, a Maddie Nolan, and it's been those players.
Exactly, because you never know. You're going to be in a game where perhaps Hillman is struggling, perhaps Maddie Nolan isn't hitting threes. You're going to need your bench to come in through. So if they can get contributions from them, that'll be very beneficial for Michigan.
So Wisconsin has the basketball once again. Here's Douglas. She's trying to go around Kaiser. Douglas, good take to the rim, can't finish. Rebound to Williams once again. Here's Roush. Gets it to Filia, trying to post up Williams. She does. Williams kicks it back out. Filia. Across to Rouse. Kaiser is doubled. Under 10 on the shot clock. Filia swings it. Nolan. Inside. Roush, the take, and goes. Good move from Roush with 2 on the shot clock. Michigan's been very good under 5 in the shot clock so far.
Wisconsin's contesting all their three-point looks, but the paint is still wide open. I mean, 3 seconds on the shot clock, she just attacked the paint and was able to finish.
And with no hot Naz Hillman, Wisconsin believes they can step up on those threes a little bit more, and that's allowing those open lanes. Here's Roush. Kicks it to Filia, back to Roush. Roush gets it to Williams, top of the key. Looks for Filia on that right side. Under 2 to go in this first half. Michigan leading by 21. Nolan looking to drive on the pick and roll, kicks it back out. Roush, the take, the tough shot with her right hand on the left side. Good finish. And Roush, quick 4 points right there, getting the lead up to 40-17.
And Michigan they were able to score late in the shot clock as well. So for them, the offense is just there. They know what they need to do to keep scoring.
So now Wisconsin trying to get their inside post move working. That doesn't go for Stapleton, and here come the Wolverines. Under a minute to go here in this first half.
Almost a lid on the basket for Wisconsin.
Here's the swing out. Nolan, good feed. Inside. Kaiser doubled, but gets it to go. Spinning with that right hand. Michigan again dominating in the paint. Last 6 points all have been in the paint.
I mean, Hilliard had her hands up on that offensive play, and I mean, that's all she could do. Michigan is just making every single thing around the rim.
Oh, good steal. Philia the other way. Philia, the layup goes. And Michigan all over Wisconsin. 44-17.
You think they got the message about starting slow?
Oh, yes, they did. What a game from the Wolverines. There are questions to see how would they come out. They've come out strong and fast and with suffocating defense. Trying to get it to Stapleton and again deflected by Emily Kaiser. 3.1 seconds left in this first half. Subs will come in for the Wolverines. Checking in, Michelle Sitter. Isabel Varajau. Both in for the Wolverines. And now we've got a foul called against Elise Stuck, who also checked in. 3.1 to go. We'll do the inbound once again from the baseline for the Badgers. Nelson looks to inbound. She does with 2, with 1. Pasaphilia trying to pass it too late. Michigan goes into the half, stopping Wisconsin from scoring and leading big time. Michigan 44, Wisconsin 17. Back after the half will be our other announcing pairings, and really, what a half for the Wolverines.
I mean, just amazing defense by Michigan, and Wisconsin just struggled. I mean, we saw it right there. They couldn't even get a shot off with 3 seconds left. So if I'm Michigan, I'm going to continue to keep attacking the paint. Wisconsin has showed no resistance whatsoever. And Wisconsin, for them, I mean, there's definitely there's like a lid on the basket or something. I mean, shots were just not falling for them. They were really struggling throughout the second quarter and towards the end of the first quarter.
And this is all the stats need to tell you. Wisconsin, 29% from the field. Michigan, 57% from the field. It's been all Michigan all day long here in this first half. Rebounds, 22-7 for Michigan. Assists, 8-3 for the Wolverines. Turnovers, 11-6 in favor of the Badgers. So it's been a complete domination on the floor and on the stat sheet for the Wolverines. For Matthew Levy and Vinayak Swaroop, it's been a fun one here in the first half. We'll turn it over to Kelin, Flynn, and Daniel Olson for the second half.
And welcome back to the Crisler Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on for the second half for WCBN's coverage of Michigan women's basketball, Michigan versus Wisconsin. I'm Kelin Flynn, my partner Daniel Olson. Daniel, the Wolverines up big after one half here, 44-17 over the Badgers. What did the Wolverines do in that first half to secure such a big lead?
Well, they upped their energy at the end of the first quarter. Wisconsin came in playing hard. I mean, they're 4-12. They don't have a lot to play for this season. Every game for them is a chance to improve under new coach Marissa Mosley. And I thought they came out and delivered a punch to the Wolverines, but the Wolverines responded and went on a 25-5 run in that second quarter, all led by energy and rebounding and domination in the paint. Wisconsin has no answer for them down there, and it's going to be tough for Wisconsin to get back in this game. Hopefully the Wolverines keep their focus and keep their foot on the gas in the second half.
Absolutely. You talk about effort and energy. Wolverines out-rebounding the Badgers 22-7 in the first half. On the other side of that, the Wolverines 4 of 9 from 3, the Badgers 2 for 12, 17% from 3, 29% from the field, 7 of 24 from the field. Wolverines shooting it at 57% from the field. It seems like everything the Wolverines want, they're getting, whether it be Naz Hillman inside, setting up their shooters for open shots on the perimeter. Whatever they want, they're getting it.
Yeah, and for Wisconsin knew coming into this game that they were going to have to make a lot of shots and get a lot of defensive rebounds and stop, and get some help from the Wolverines missing open shots and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it's gone the exact opposite way for them. They can't seem to buy a bucket on the offensive side. There's been plenty of good ball movement I've seen from them, but Michigan's playing with a lot of good energy, a lot of positive energy, a lot of picking teammates up, and they've really done a good job of dealing with Wisconsin's energy at the start and kind of taking it back to them and showing them who the more dominant and physical team is, especially in that second quarter.
Naz Hillman leading the way for the Wolverines in the first half, 13 points, 6 of 8 from the field, along with 5 rebounds for the Wolverines. Leading for the Badgers, it's Hilliard with 7, 3 of 4 from the field, along with 2 rebounds. Badgers just have not been able to get anything going offensively. 0 points off the bench. Also 11 turnovers for the Badgers, not ideal.
Yeah, they can't stop Naz Hillman either. That also doesn't help quite a lot. She's been excellent tonight. Great movement, great physicality, especially down low, dominating the boards like she's supposed to do. Wisconsin's lineup, especially their starters, they do not have anybody over 6'1", so she came in there and made the paint her own, and that's what she's supposed to do, and that's what she's done so far, which has been a good sight for the Wolverine fans and not so much for the Badgers.
Well, the Badgers aren't the only team that Naz Hillman has dominated against, one of the best players in the country, of course. Interesting fact, the Badgers have all 5 of their starters listed as guards, so this had to be one Naz Hillman had circled on the calendar. That's easy pickings as the players are back on the floor and we get this second half underway. It's the Badgers starting out with the basketball. That's Hilliard over to the inside, back out with Hilliard in the corner. Badgers can't get anything going. And the shot clock running down inside of 5 at the rim, short off of Naz Hillman.
That was a chance to convert there for Wisconsin. She had a layup at the rim, slightly contested, but it didn't go down. It's chances like those that they've missed all game that have put them in this big hole.
Brooke Schrammick on the attempt there that fell short. Pospieshova, no good. Rebounded by Hillman, adding to her tally as she'll take the ball up the floor for the Wolverines. Finds Roush. Inside, it's Emily Kaiser. Kaiser working in the paint. And that ball will travel out of bounds, called off the Wolverines. Badgers will gain possession.
Good team defense there by Wisconsin, switching a couple times, communicating, and then a good keeping the hands up, being physical without fouling. Well done.
And It's Hilliard on the attack here. Kick out to Schrammick. Short corner jumper is good for Wisconsin.
That was a little too easy there if you're Michigan.
Score is 44-19, just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's a three-pointer from Maddie Nolan off the back iron. Rebounded by Hilliard. She'll push the ball up the floor, finding Schrammick. Backdoor cut from Hilliard. Layup up, no good.
It's another missed chance for Wisconsin there. Another shot right at the rim that they couldn't get to drop.
Naz Hillman with the rebound. She'll come back on the give and go. No good. Gets her own rebound and is fouled by number 10, Hallie Douglas. Naz Hillman sent to the free throw line. Her second and third attempts of the night.
Great effort there from Naz. She missed the first attempt, followed it up, drew the foul on the second. Now she's going back to the line. She's played really, really hard. She ran the floor there very well.
Hillman already with 3 rebounds in the third quarter. We've only played about a minute and a half. Just dominating inside as she can't drop the first off the heel. Wolverines coming off a huge win against the Maryland Terrapins at College Park as Hillman clanks that second one on in.
Yeah, you wondered if there was going to be a little bit of a letdown coming off such a big win on national television, and they stomped Maryland. And they came out. Wisconsin kind of got after them the first few minutes, but ever since then, it's been all Wolverines.
Great pass by Hilliard on a backdoor cut by Schrammick. Blocked inside though by a tandem of Wolverines as they advance the ball. It's Maddie Nolan finding Brown. Inside to Emily Kaiser. Kaiser working. Badgers bring the double. Cross-court pass from Hillman. Kaiser on the block. It's good. Emily Kaiser, the little hook shot from the block.
Surprise, surprise, a Michigan forward scoring on the block. Seen that a lot today.
Absolutely. As Kaiser gets another one to go inside. Wisconsin struggling. Pospilovich on the attack. Bounces that one in for the deuce.
Good move there. She attacked quickly when she got the ball, got to the elbow, knocked down the jump shot. Want to see a little bit more of that from her in the second half.
Naz Hillman, no good inside on the baby hook. Rebounded by the Badgers. Pospilovich with the ball on the wing. She goes baseline. Finds Katie Nelson, no good.
Better movement in the second half from Wisconsin offensively, though. The shots are still not dropping.
Inside pass to Naz Hillman. Naz able to wrestle it away from a defender and is fouled on the attempt.
And again,
she'll head back to the free throw line.
Hillman got inside position again and great pass inside. Led her towards the rim, only put it where only she could get to it. And Hillman's going back to the line.
So upcoming for the Wolverines, the 24th against Purdue. That's at the Crisler Center. WCBN will have coverage of that game. And then after that, it's on the road at Penn State, and then back at Maryland. On the road at Ohio State, and then back home for a match against Indiana.
That Indiana game's going to be a fun one. Both teams projected to be inside the top 10 at that point.
Big Ten's a very, very deep conference in the world of women's basketball. The Wolverines on top right now. There's a three from the Badgers.
That was much needed there. Good ball movement, good kick. Needed to see that a little bit earlier in the game.
Naz Hillman attacking inside. Can't get it to drop. That one will go out of bounds off of Hilliard for the Badgers. Wolverines retain possession. Scores 48-24. 6:27 remaining in the third quarter.
I love Hillman's drive. She kept going. Some of these aren't falling for her, but she keeps pushing. Keeps getting the ball back from Michigan. That's a sign of both a team player and somebody who's driven and wants to do everything that they can to win. Beautiful
nice
cut
pass
there.
Maddie Nolan just nice right through the lane. Easy deuce from the inbounds pass on the baseline. And Katie Nelson will look to run the show for the Badgers. Schrammick posting up. Nelson doesn't like it. Resets the offense. Now it's inside at the elbow. Back out. Pospisilova.
It's a good take there. Good defense though. Beats the good offense there. But I like the aggressiveness.
Badgers will inbound from the baseline. And it is a deep 2, no good, rims in and out. Schrammick, no good from the mid-range. Inside, it's Leah Brown, coast to coast, no good on the fall away. Wisconsin gains possession, and Katie Nelson will look to get something going here for this Wisconsin offense. Hilliard at the top of the key, looking to attack on Roush defending. Now it's on the wing with Nelson inside. Schrammick, Kaiser guarding. Kick out for 3, no good off the heel. Rebound corralled by the Wolverines, but there's a foul on the floor. That one's called on number 23, Danielle Roush.
Wisconsin's showing some good fight in the second half. They're down quite a bit in this game, but they're still playing hard for this coach and this team.
Wolverines making a couple substitutions here. Amy Dilk into the game.
I would like to see Wisconsin get into their actions a little bit quicker. They seem to be stuck in neutral a little bit offensively. It's a nice pull up there.
Elise Stuck also into the game for the Wolverines. As Dilk and Stuck both get quick touches. Stuck posting up inside, little hook shot, it's good.
Good move. Exactly what I was talking about, being quick with your movement. She got it on the post, quick one dribble inside the little hook.
Wolverines have been very deliberate with all their moves inside tonight. Badgers just can't seem to get anything going against the stout Wolverine defense. It's Nelson out to the corner. A little fall away there, short, misses everything. Danielle Roush will push it in transition. Stuck posting up again. Wolverines look to find her. They do. Stuck going to work. And she's fouled.
Again, she went quick, drew the foul. I like the way Michigan's playing right now. They're sticking it to Wisconsin. Got to keep playing, keep working on things for the upcoming games, and trying to keep building upon that momentum that they gained in that win against Maryland.
Wolverines the number 8 ranked team in the country, 15-2 overall, 6-1 in the Big Ten, and they are playing like it. Outside that aberration, that crazy game at Nebraska where the Wolverines dropped one out of the blue seemingly, they have been dominant all season, especially in conference play.
Yeah, they've looked really good, and they've shown why tonight. I mean, they're led by Naz Hillman inside. They're really physical. They're able to knock down the three, especially Maddie Nolan. They've got good leadership. They play together. They play tough. And you see it on the bench. I mean, when somebody makes a good play, everybody's up off their seat cheering for their teammate. It seems like there's a good vibe in that Michigan locker room, and that's what championship teams look like. Wisconsin looks a little flat. I think it's obviously it's hard to be energetic when you're getting doubled up on the road. But I want to see a little bit more fight from Wisconsin. I think Marissa Mosley's building a solid program over there. It's her first season there. They started out the second half okay. They're finally swinging the ball from side to side. Felt like in the first half they were a little stuck on one side, a little stuck in their motions. So we'll see. Maybe they can get a little run here to cut into this deficit.
And I like something you mentioned about the energy surrounding this Wolverines team, because you can just tell, looking at them, watching them play, seeing how they interact with each other. They all love each other and care about each other, and they want to be great. They want to win. They want this really badly, and that's something you really look for when you're looking at teams that can make a deep run come March and make a deep run in the Big Ten tournament. This is something that this team can do, and is very well within their range of outcomes.
Yeah, they're very devoted to this program. You can tell they're devoted to the program and their teammates, and it all starts from the top with their head coach, Kim Barnes-Arico, and she's done a phenomenal job here at Michigan.
I can't say enough good things about KBA.
Yeah.
Wolverines and Badgers both head back to the floor. As both teams get ready to start play again. It is the Wolverines with possession. Inside, it's stuck. Back out to Amy Dilk. Corner three, pump faked, pull up mid-range shot. It's good.
Good move. Again, went quick. Little pump fake off the three-point line. Got to her spot, knocked down the J.
That's Philia there for the Wolverines on the mid-range jumper. On the attack for the Badgers, it's Hilliard at the top of the key, guarded by Philia. Screen coming. Wolverines able to apply pressure on the ball and force a tip pass out of bounds.
There's another instance of the Badgers getting stuck on one side of the court. Made for a very easy trap for the Wolverines. Takes a lot of time off that shot clock and gets the offense stuck and out of motion.
Absolutely, because number 41, Sarah Stapleton, was wide open in the paint there on the roll, but Hilliard just had no path to get it to her. As she stumbles a little bit, can't hit the bank shot. Rebounded by Danielle Roush. Roush will push up for the Wolverines. Inside to Stuck. Wolverines loving their matchups inside. Little mid-range shot from Emily Kaiser. Long. Rebounded by Dilk. Wolverines swing it around. Look to get it back to Kaiser. A little high-low game here. Inside to Stuck. Great pass.
Beautiful movement there. Wisconsin's got this 2-3 zone going on, and Michigan executed the high-low to perfection right there. Dump it in high, drop it down low, lay it up.
Absolutely. Kaiser finding Roush. Roush coming around and at least Stuck getting great position inside, sealing off her defender. Easy pass for Roush. Badgers try to get it back on the other end. No good.
It's a good move, though. She went quick, just didn't get the shot to fall. It's been kind of the theme for Wisconsin tonight.
Stuck with a nice post up again. She's calling for it. It's Amy Dilk on the wing. Get it inside to Kaiser. Kaiser spinning, hook shot, no good, but she's fouled.
The double came from the inside. Took a little step, spun outside, right hook, got fouled. It's a good move there. Good awareness of the double coming. Because Wisconsin needs to do something about these Michigan players getting great position in the post.
Absolutely. This Wolverine team is loaded with very talented and technically sound interior players. A lot of good forwards on this team that know how to work with their back to the basket. As Kaiser attempts her first, knocks it down with ease. Score is 57-26 pending this second free throw. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Second free throw is good, rattles on in. And Naz Hillman checks back into the game for the Wolverines for Emily Kaiser. Katie Nelson running the show for the Badgers. Dilk defending. Wisconsin looking to get something, anything going offensively. Wolverines doing a great job of keeping the ball on the perimeter as this one is, they find a way inside. Shot ping-pongs on in.
It's a good take there. Wisconsin finally got some side-to-side movement offensively.
Naz Hillman inside, falling away. She's fouled again.
Yeesh.
Naz Hillman getting to the free throw line in this third quarter. Her 6th and 7th attempts upcoming.
Wisconsin's making it too easy for Michigan to get the ball into the people in the post. And it's tough to do in the zone because you have everybody in a compact position.
Naz Hillman attempts her first, knocks it down.
But I think they really need to start pressuring the ball more to make it more difficult to get it into the post because Hillman is killing them down inside.
If you're Marissa Mosley, you have to change something up here because the Wolverines are just getting too many easy opportunities in the paint as Hillman can't hit the second free throw. But the rebound is ruled off of the Wolverines, out of bounds.
Look who was on the floor there, though. It was a Michigan player diving for that loose ball up 31. I want to see that fight from Wisconsin. You know, play with some pride, play with some energy. I know it's tough. I've been on teams before where it's not going well, but
It's about building that culture as that pass is
Exactly.
stolen by the Wolverines, tipped into the air, corralled by Stuck. Dilk will push in transition, finding Hillman as it's fumbled and turned over. Katie Nelson bringing it the other way. Hilliard on the attack. Nice spin move. Tries to kick it out, falling down as she is stolen by
There you
Stuck,
go.
but Stuck gets it poked away herself, and Hilliard on the pass from Nelson drops one in for two.
that was a solid energy play from Wisconsin, diving on the floor, picking up the loose ball, dishing it off for the easy layup.
59-30 here as the third quarter starts to wind down. We're under a minute. Wolverines with possession. Ophelia pump faking, kick out, swinging it around the perimeter, and it's Maddie Nolan finding Hillman inside, who's fouled again. Badgers can't do anything but foul Naz Hillman inside, and I don't blame them. You're better off sending her to the line for two,
Yeah.
letting her go up and just kill you inside.
Again, it's way too easy to get the ball down in there. The double came late. Hillman got hacked, and she's back at the line.
Hillman can't hit the first. One of the biggest weaknesses of Naz Hillman's game, and there aren't many, is her foul shooting. Not a tremendous foul shooter. As the second one drops, shooting it at 50% on the night, 4 for 8. She has 16 points though, and the Wolverines are up 30, so I don't think anyone's complaining.
No, she has been dominant all night.
That pass from Hilliard barely makes its way to Pospishilova as she is fouled. Badgers inbound from the baseline. It's up to Pospishilova. Pospishilova hailing from Prague in the Czech Republic. A little international flair here to this game as the Wolverines. Isa Verjao hailing from Brazil as well. Global game.
The better possession from Wisconsin there. Moved it a little bit side to side, got into their motions pretty quickly. I like some of their off-ball movements in the second half. They seem a little bit sharper, a little bit more concise, but Michigan has matched some of that energy. I just think Wisconsin needs to bring it on a more consistent basis.
First free throw from Hilliard is good.
And part of being consistent as well is the team leadership. And I think Michigan's got a lot of that. A lot of seniors playing a lot of big minutes, making a lot of big plays. And I think that, bolsters their championship case this season.
Hilliard knocks down a pair from the charity stripe, and the Wolverines, with the shot clock turned off, under 10 seconds now, will look to take the last shot. It's Maddie Nolan pulling a three. Knocks it down, Maddie Nolan. The sharpshooter knocked down 7 of them at Maryland. She continues to stay hot from deep as the quarter ends 63-32. Wolverines up big here in Ann Arbor.
One
Maddie
person,
Nolan.
well, that's the one person you can't leave open on this Michigan basketball team. And there's a couple pretty solid shooters here, but Maddie Nolan is shooting at a 48% clip from downtown this year.
That is a ridiculous number. She's 2 of 3 from distance tonight with 8 points. Like you said, of all the people on the floor to leave open from deep, Maddie Nolan should be the last on that list.
Yeah, she's been impressive tonight. She hasn't shot as many threes as maybe she'd like, but 7 rebounds, a couple of assists. Thought she's played some really good defense and really kind of led the team on offense, sort of getting everybody organized, playing with a purpose, not just dribbling to dribble, not just shooting to shoot, getting everybody involved. It's been a really solid performance from Maddie Nolan tonight.
Yeah, Maddie Nolan obviously in a blowout like this, maybe not needing to hoist up as many threes. Wolverines look to be, the game plan has been this entire time, get it inside, take advantage of that lack of size from the Wisconsin team. But when she's open, she's going to knock it down. As the fans are getting some free t-shirts. Shout out to everyone that came out tonight. Would love to see this place packed for some of the big games
Oh yeah.
these girls have coming up the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's pretty clear the discrepancy in talent and overall team ability tonight. Wisconsin they've had moments of, wow, that was pretty impressive there, but Michigan has just blown them out of the water tonight. This is a team that's primed to make a great run, and it'd be awesome to see some of the Michigan faithful and a lot more of the Michigan students show up and come out and support these women. They've got something special brewing here.
And there's a lot of big home games coming up down the stretch for the Wolverines. Obviously, we mentioned about January 30th against Indiana. February 6th, Iowa comes into town. Caitlin Clark, one of the best players in the country. That'll be a show. And then Big Bad Maryland comes into town on the 20th. The Terrapins will look to get revenge. That could be a big, big game in terms of seeding for the Big Ten tournament. And then after that, on the 24th of February, the Spartans come down the road and look to pull something off against Big Brother. As the Wolverines continue to put the pressure on the Badgers here. Nice behind the back move from Leah Brown. Little fall away, mid-range shot is good. Oh, baby. Leah Brown getting crafty.
That was pure. It's one of those moves that you practice growing up as a kid at like the Y, and it looks cool. Pulling it off in the D1 level like that.
Brown is pure on the free throw, completing the three-point play. That was a fantastic move by Leah Brown. Shades of Kevin Durant working in the mid-range. The Badgers look to respond here. It's Katie Nelson at the top of the key, calling for a screen from Hilliard, directing traffic. Mid-range shot no good from numbers 5, Pospisilova. It's Danielle Rausch pushing it to the other end. Maddie Nolan in the corner. Leah Brown, another mid-range jumper. This one's no good. Rebound, Naz Hillman puts it back up and in.
She got inside position there. Wisconsin had a guard, unfortunately, trying to box out Naz Hillman, and that is not going to work 99 out of 100 times.
Naz now with a double-double on the night, 19 and 10 with 2 assists, 2 steals as well. Doing it all for the Wolverines. Score is 68-32, just under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock running down, nice pass inside to Brooke.
The beautiful cut there. Beautiful little drop-off pass. Solid finish for Wisconsin. If you're Michigan, you got to keep your foot on the gas here. Keep that confidence up, keep that momentum rolling.
As Leah Brown looks to attack inside, dishes it back out to Maddie Nolan. Screen from Naz Hillman. Naz on the roll. That ball is tipped away and recovered by the Badgers.
Good hands there by the Wisconsin defense being active.
Badgers, a lot of people in that corner there. It's Hilliard on the drive. Hilliard scoops it up, no good. She's frustrated with herself after that one.
Another close range chance for Wisconsin that didn't go their way.
Rausch takes it coast to coast, dribbles it back out, resets it. Naz Hillman on the post up. Backing down, skirt. And it's up and in.
Oh my goodness.
Schremek, there was just nothing she could do there as Naz Hillman faced up and just blew straight by her. Wolverines up to 70. Naz Hillman with 21 on the night. And this game is all about just testing new things out. If you're Kim Barnes-Arico, experimenting with new lineups at this point, trying to get some run for some younger players maybe.
But also trying to keep those good habits that they've been building. You know, you don't want to fall into a trap as Nolan misses a 3. You don't want to fall into a trap of creating some bad habits that can be tough to kind of break as you know, as the season goes along.
Cameron Williams will check into the game for Naz Hillman. Would not be shocked if her night is done. Ovation from the crowd as she heads to the bench. Cameron Williams, another one of those younger players for the Wolverines that even in this game has shown promise. She has 6 3 for 3 from the field. Another one of those forwards for the Wolverines that can make plays inside is Leah Brown. Snags that one out of the air, coast to coast, no good. Put back by Kaiser. Won't fall, but she's heading to the charity stripe for 2.
There's a way to run the floor there by Kaiser. Can never be certain that your teammate's going to get that fast break layup to go. Good follow. She gets to the line.
And the way the Wolverines can just rotate in and out these forwards, all of them so talented at finishing inside, that can pose a lot of issues for other teams that aren't as deep and don't have the size maybe that the Wolverines do, like a Wisconsin.
Yeah, we've talked about their tournament chances, their tournament run chances, and another big reason for it is their depth. I mean, Williams, Brown,
Williams, Kaiser, Brown, Stuck, obviously Naz Hillman.
Exactly. Plenty of really talented forward players here for the Michigan Wolverines.
And the Badgers looking to create something here. Foul called on the floor. That'll be called on Maddie Nolan. Christina Elu draws the foul there for the Badgers. They'll inbound from the sideline right by their own bench.
If you're Wisconsin, you got to keep sticking with it. I know it's not going well, but you got to try and build a little bit of confidence in what you're being coached on, what you're working on.
Nice V cut there from Douglas to get to the rim. Can't convert.
Need to try and find that silver lining a little bit from this game.
Roush, nice pocket
That
pass
was
to
beautiful
Kaiser.
there.
Rebounded by Cameron Williams. And that rebounding total just continues to get more and more in the favor of the Wolverines.
Yeah.
40 to 15 now. 40 to 15.
It is.
15 offensive rebounds for the Wolverines compared to 6 for the Badgers.
It has been utter domination in the paint tonight by the Michigan Wolverines. And that was a beautiful little drop-off pass there. There's been a couple of those this game from the Wolverines. Some good movement, good vision.
Wolverines with 38 points in the paint tonight. 19 off the bench. 20 second chance points. That's a big number right there.
Yeah, it's been a complete performance from these Wolverines tonight, taking advantage of what Wisconsin does not do very well.
Wolverines swinging it around well. Leah Brown inside on the fall away, knocks it down. Leah Brown showing a nice touch on the fall away jump shot again as she heads back to the free throw line for another and one.
The mid-range sniper. This is a nice little cut, getting to the mid-range. One dribble, little fall away, plus the foul.
And that's just such a difficult shot to defend. I mean, when you're able to rise up and create separation from your defender, it's very difficult to contest without fouling.
Especially with Wisconsin's size. Brown is bigger than most of Wisconsin's players, so to have a little fall away from 10 to 12 feet, it's going to be tough to match.
Leah Brown knocks down the and one free throw with ease. Score is 75 to 34. Wolverines not letting off the gas here in the fourth quarter.
Wow. It's a
There's
couple of
pull-up jump shot, long, rebounded by Cameron Williams.
There were a couple double teams there by the Wolverines up 41. I like it. Keep that pressure up. Keep working on stuff. There's always room for improvement. And games like these are much better practice than simulated stuff in practice. So
Amy Dilk probing baseline, loses the handle. That's stolen by Hilliard. They call a foul there. Believe that's on Dilk. Tried to bring that one back in. Hilliard too quick. She'll run the show for the Badgers. And that's inside. It's number 40, Stoffischer. Foul called on the floor. Basket will not count as Pospisilova knocked that one in off the window.
it's a good move there. She split the double team, went quick. Wisconsin need a little bit more of that at the start of the game. Obviously now being down 41 with 5 minutes left to play, it would take quite the miracle to come back and pull this one off. But
I think we can pretty confidently say this one we can close the book on this one.
I was just trying to be optimistic. Wisconsin needs somebody to believe in them a little bit, I think. It's been a tough night for the Badgers.
And we touched on it earlier, but this is where a lot of teams might falter. You see teams coming off a big win, big emotional high. I mean, obviously knocking off Maryland in College Park where they'd won 31 straight games is nothing to scoff at. And for them to come back at home, but still bring that energy, bring that fight, and handle a Wisconsin team the way they should.
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin came out and delivered a pretty good opening punch, I thought, for a team that's 4-12. You know, every time they get a chance to be the upset, you know, the underdog, and make some headlines, I think they've got to look at that as a great opportunity, and they came out swinging at the start, but Michigan just kind of handled it, picked up the intensity at the end of the first quarter, and since then, 25-5 second quarter, they've just been dominant. Wisconsin's had no chance to keep up with these Wolverines, especially without shots dropping.
Dominant is probably the best way to describe this game. Dominant showing from the Wolverines.
Might even be an understatement, though. I mean,
you really can't overstate how one-sided this has been.
Yeah, this is. I mean, kind of just have to be here to know how dominant this has been. Hopefully, we're doing it some justice, but I mean, the Wolverines have come out to play tonight.
And this is, I mean, Wisconsin obviously has struggled this year. 4 wins on the season, not the season they'd hoped for, but this is more so a credit to the Wolverines than anything against Wisconsin. You have to give them credit for how they've played, because this is a talented team, and this is a team that is amongst the best in the country. I feel that number 8 ranking is still too low for a team that's 15-2 and just beat on the road one of the better teams in the country in Maryland.
Yeah, I think if I'm them, though, I like that. It's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder type thing. People keep doubting us.
Well, and even before that, knocking off a number 5 ranked Baylor team, a ranked Ohio State team. They have a lot of good wins. Cameron Williams banks that one in from the block.
That was excellent.
Wolverine League.
Excellent post fundamentals right there. She went quick. A little drop step off the glass. Kept the ball high so the guards couldn't reach in and get it. Well done.
And you have to assume that the influence of Naz Hillman on a Cameron Williams has to be tremendous for her development and growth as a player in this program. Couldn't ask for a much better mentor than Naz Hillman. Pass kicked out. Little pull-up mid-range shot is good. That's Elu on the shot.
Good pump fake there. Got the defender in the air. Moved to the mid-range. Sweet little jump shot.
Wolverines swinging it around. Cross-court passes.
Oh, wow.
Great positioning and great feed there from Leah Brown inside to Cameron Williams.
Yeah.
Isa Verjao has checked into the game for the Wolverines. Her first run tonight.
Wisconsin is getting their zone picked apart defensively. That was a good take.
There's an easy 2 for Hilliard.
Michigan's just zipping the ball back and forth. And Wisconsin's then having to rotate and react and getting out of position. And Michigan's bigs are taking advantage and gaining great position inside.
Cameron Williams again, no good there. That last possession, the Wolverines fired 3 cross-court passes, not one of them being close to stolen. Just picking apart the Wisconsin defense, like you mentioned.
Yeah, that can be the problem with zone defense. I just don't know if Wisconsin went man-to-man, if they have the capabilities to match.
I think they need to stay in that zone just because of the size that they don't have. You need to be able to bring those doubles easy. Pull up mid-range, no good. Rebounded by the Wolverines. And a timeout is called. Kim Barnes-Orico potentially looking to make a change here.
Yeah.
Would not be shocked if this is the end of Leah Brown's night.
Yeah, 41-point lead. At this point, you know, you've seen
3 minutes left.
Yeah, you've seen enough good things.
Don't want to risk an injury at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
one of your key players.
Health is key for a lot of tournament runs. We've seen a lot of great teams have disappointing postseasons due to health issues.
I mean, if you look at the men's team last year, not necessarily a disappointing run, but losing one of their key players in Isaiah Livers.
Yes, exactly.
For the tournament, you can't help but wonder what could have happened with one of their best players, an NBA draft pick, and a guy that's played NBA minutes already this season, what that could have been with him on the floor.
Yeah. This is a great opportunity for the people that are coming off the bench for the Wolverines here. You've got 3 minutes with your teammates to go through some live game scenarios that you may not get, some live run that you don't normally get. So you got to take advantage of it. Play hard.
Exactly. Test some things out. This is the opportunity where if you make a mistake, if you screw something up, failure is not an issue right now when you're up 41 points at home with under 3 minutes to go.
Yep. Plenty of time to grow and learn from it, and it'll be more beneficial in the future.
I'm sure that's exactly what Kim Barnes-Arico is telling to these ladies right now.
Same thing for Wisconsin. I mean, this is go play the best 3 minutes of the game on Wisconsin's side right now and build a little bit of something to go into next game. But Michigan's going to try and do the same. So this is still a very important kind of 3 minutes for building some depth on both of these squads, and maybe especially some confidence for Wisconsin going forward.
Our leaders for tonight for the Wolverines, it's Naz Hillman with 21 points, leading the way with 11 rebounds as well. Leah Brown leads the team with 5 assists for the Badgers. It's Hilliard with 13 points and 5 assists as well for Hilliard, leading the team. There's a tie with 5 rebounds between a couple Badgers. Douglas with 5. As the clock continues to wind here in Ann Arbor. Wolverines with a couple new faces on the floor. Number 10, Jordan Hobbs, seeing her first minutes tonight.
There's a lot better spacing and movement on the Michigan offense in comparison to Wisconsin. We'll see if Wisconsin can dial up a few good possessions before this thing ends.
Pick and roll action snuffed out by the Wolverines. Inside and one. Nice finish through contact there by Christina Alou. She's put up some points here since getting into the game.
That was a great take there. Physical, took it to the rack off the screen. Much better spacing. A couple people on the corners. Allowed for that kind of middle spot to be opened up for the for Wisconsin, and for Alou to take it to the rack. And great solid finish going through the contact.
2 more substitutions for the Wolverines. Whitney Solomon checking into the game, as well as number 12, Ari Wiggins. Second free throw missed, the free throw is missed, rebounded by the Badgers. Approaching 2 minutes to go here. Score is 79-40. Wolverines up big in Ann Arbor. And Badgers are in the bonus, so Alou will head back to the charity stripe for a 1-and-1. First one is good.
Another strong take to the rack there by Alou. This is what I mean. She's building a little bit of confidence going forward.
Second free throw falls. Solomon bounds to Wiggins as the fresh faces for the Wolverines look to create something here as the clock winds down. It's Hobbs at the top of the key. Swinging it around. Great passing by the Wolverines. They get it inside to Isa Verajao. Verajao working. A little fall away. It's good. Great footwork there by Isa Verajao.
That was smooth. That's a difficult shot right there. Spinning, offhand, fall away, defender in your face. Put it right in the basket. Great move. She went quick. Keep preaching on that, but
doesn't allow them to bring the double team when you move fast like that.
Exactly. It just shows that you've made up your mind on what move to make.
Badgers inside, number 41, Stapleton, with a little drop step for the deuce on Whitney Solomon.
Same thing. Right there, she went quick. She knew what she was going to do. Felt the defender, went the right direction, and laid it up off the glass.
Pick and roll with Hobbs and Verajao. Solomon has it now at the top of the key. It's to Wiggins. Verajao posting up. Wiggins receives a screen from Solomon. Pass inside, knocked away. And the Wolverines retain possession. Looking for Verajao on the roll, or excuse me, Solemn on the roll. Pass knocked away by the Badgers, and the Wolverines will inbound from the baseline. Wiggins, the inbounder. Foul called on Stapleton. Didn't let Isa Verajao get to the cup, and a foul with under 50 seconds left is exactly what we were hoping for here in a 81-44 game. Wolverines in the double bonus is a Verajao at the free throw line. First one is up and good. Make that 82-44. Crowd silent as Verajao puts up her second. Pure as well. Nothing but net on both of those. And Ari Wiggins will defend as the Badgers look to get something going with 40 seconds left. There's a three. Just missed to the right there. Rebounded by the Wolverines. It's number 24, Sidor.
Something's just off a little bit with Wisconsin's spacing. And you can see it when you're watching this Wolverine team as well. Everybody keeps their space. They know where they're supposed to be. The screens, the timing is much, much better.
Hobbs looking to find Verajao into Solemn. Little high-low action. Kick out to Wiggins. Great ball movement from the Wolverines. There's a three as the clock runs down. And that is off.
The possession deserved a better result than that. That was some excellent ball movement by the Wolverines. Little drive, little kick, high-low. Good vision, good passing.
And the Badgers will presumably just dribble out the clock as we hit triple zeros. There's the buzzer. Final score from the Crisler Center, 83-44. Wolverines win big against the Badgers in a Big Ten Conference matchup. Wolverines next game against Purdue at home on the 24th at 6 p.m. WCBN will have coverage. We hope to see you all there. If you can't make it in person, feel free to tune in. Daniel, great to be with you here. Don't think we could have asked for anything better from the Wolverines.
Yeah, much, it was a solid second half given the circumstances. I mean, Michigan was up big. They controlled the game in the second half. Did what you're supposed to do. I thought they showed their championship pedigree tonight.
Well, for Daniel, Matt, Vinayak, and myself, I'd like to conclude this broadcast and leave you all with a good night and go blue.